Basic Fun just dropped a new Wave 4 LPS set out of nowhere, and it cost me a whopping $100 plus shipping. But is it even worth it? Let's find out. Hey, it's LpsHoney. Welcome to a new video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Wave 4 Collector's Set that has been released by Basic Fun. At the time of recording this video, the set is still available, so if you're interested in purchasing it for yourself, there'll be a link in the description down below to the Amazon page. What is this collector's set, you may be asking, and I honestly don't blame you because it kind of came out of nowhere. Now this set actually looks really exciting. It comes with 12 Littlest Pet Shops, 12 accessories, 12 collector's cards, and of course the box, which can be folded open for play and display. The only downside to this collector's set is that living in Australia, this cost me $112 plus shipping. In the US, I believe the price of this set is closer to $65 US, which is still a very high price considering the average prices of other LPS sets that are from G7. For example, the collector's set from Wave 1 is a lot cheaper on Amazon. So let's see what the pets are like, their quality, accessories, and collector's cards, and I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion on whether or not it was worth the money I paid. So here's what we are working with. Our collector's set has the pets on display with this really cute illustration of them camping out in the wilderness. They have their own little tent and they seem to be braving the winters. Here's the back. You guys have already seen this while I was explaining everything, but still, here's another look. It also tells you what's included at the bottom of the box down here. Overall, this is a really cute looking display box, just even closed. I think it would have been really cool if this little window here was actually a window that you could see one of the pets through. That would have been such a cool detail, but I understand why they didn't do that, and I'll show you guys that in a moment. But when you open this set up, we're immediately greeted by all 12 pets and their accessories on display, and you can see it down here. The back of the box transforms into a little fire pit, hence why there's no window, because they did intend for this to be used for play and display, but I kind of would have preferred the window. I think it would have looked cool. We have all our pets here. They actually aren't held in with any plastic or string, so it's actually going to be quite easy to get them out, which I do appreciate. And they all come with their own accessory, including some wearable ones. So right at the bottom is our little stack of cards and our collector's guide. Right off the bat, first impressions, I think this collection of LPS is incredible. Leagues better than the Wave 1 collector's set because all of these LPS are new and unique. I will mention, it says on the Amazon page that this Hedgehog is exclusive to this set, but it doesn't mention any of the other pets, which makes me a bit nervous that these may be re-released in the future in other areas. 2-packs, 3-packs, I don't know. But at least for now, all of these pets are new and very exciting. I am seeing some paint errors on my wolf though, unfortunately. It is quite noticeable as well. But we'll take a closer look at that when we actually look at them one by one. Blister packaging is removable as well, so you have this really pretty backdrop, which is, I believe, the same as the front of the box, just without the LPS. I love that there's a tiny door as well, who's going in there, a little mouse? So like I mentioned, there are 12 cards, one for each LPS, and if you're somebody who collects the cards, you are going to be very happy about this because every single LPS in this set has its own card. You don't have to worry about hoping for the one you want. They all have one, and they are all pretty similar themed with the snow and the camping and everything. I think it's really cute, and I think a lot of people who collect the cards prefer when Basic Fun includes a card for every single pet in the pack. So there's going to be a lot of people who are happy to see so many cards in this set. Personal favorites are the deer, wolf, and bear. You also get your collector's guide. I won't go over this because I've shown it in a previous video, but I do want to mention that none of the pets in this collector's set are shown in the collector's guide. This might be because this specific set is exclusive to Amazon and maybe store exclusives aren't included on the checklist because they are more limited in availability. I don't know for sure, that's just a guess because I honestly don't know why they're not on here. Do I look cool with all the accessories, guys? You get a good amount, I will give Basic Fun that. 1 accessory per pet, meaning 12 total, is really good. There's also a really impressive variety. I'm wearing 2 of the accessories right now, that being this stripy scarf, which we have seen a billion times, but also this really cute little stripy winter hat. You also get a honey pot whose paint isn't the cleanest, some really cute little acorns, a little mouse, who's probably for the mouse hole on the tent, now that I'm thinking about it. Little fish, maybe he was caught during some ice fishing. A water canteen. A hot dog, which is probably my least favorite accessory. It just looks a bit messy and cheap. You also get a little fire pit with 2 marshmallows on sticks. This counts as 3 separate accessories because you can remove the marshmallows. 1 that's just started cooking and 1 that's turning golden. The last accessory you get is this tree stump, and I like it. It's more of a medium-sized accessory so your LPS can sit on it. I do kind of wish they painted the flower on it though, because if you look at the image on the box, the flower is painted pink. But honestly, that's just me being a little nitpicky. Overall, I'd say it's a good array of accessories that most people will be happy with. If I was to change anything, I personally would get rid of the hot dog and replace it with maybe like a little berry bush or a little miniature tree, just something to connect it more to the whole nature theme. Now let's take a look at these pets. There'll be timestamps down below. If there's a specific LPS you really want to know about, you can skip ahead to it because I am going to take a look at them one by one and go into detail. Also, for anyone curious, all of the LPS in this collector set are ES, so the better quality ones that we all like. Starting off strong with our first pet, it is our exclusive, apparently, Hedgehog. I think he looks adorable. This is the first Hedgehog we're seeing in G7, so he is coming back, and I think they did a really good job on him. I can't see any errors on mine personally, and I actually really like the colors they chose. There is a nice difference, I guess. I don't know what the right word is, but the contrast, I guess, between the body color and the spikes is really pretty. He has light gray and then almost bluish gray quills, and he also has those same colors on his back. And all of the pets in this set have personality eye types, and I really like his, the little stars. Will say though, I think he may be a little smaller than the G2 hedgehogs, which I wouldn't be surprised by. Basic Fun's been changing the sizes of G2 LPS for some reason. I'll do a little side by side and show you guys. He might be, I'm not sure, but you guys can see. Overall, a really good first pet. Next up, we have this absolutely stunning blue Arctic fox, and her colors are gorgeous. They also absolutely nailed the gradient, which I'm so happy about because just look at that fade from white to blue on the face. Holy moly. They kept the colors more solid on the body, which I'm completely fine with because I think the gradient on the face is enough. Like, they did what they came to do and they did it flawlessly. I really love the Wave 4 blind box fox, but after seeing this one, I think she might be my new favorite. The colors are just really, really pretty and the design has been executed so well. Unfortunately though, this pet is our first example of quality issues though, because she has chipping on her nose. As you can see, there's some black paint missing. Because it's a black nose, it is very easy for me to patch up, but I wanted to point it out to you guys. Even though she is perfect in every single way to me, I am not going to let quality issues slide when I see them, so there's that. But other than that little chip on her nose, this pet is a solid 10 out of 10 for me. My favorite fox so far. And next, we have my favorite pet from this whole set, and that is this baby skunk. Look at him. This is the cutest pet. Basic Fun used the Pet Triplets squirrel mold to do this pet, and they honestly could not have chosen a better mold because it works so perfectly. And I just think this is the perfect pet. Like, I truly think this is my favorite G7 pet of all time. The design is just done to perfection. The little tongue, the little toes, the star eyes, even down to the colors they used. Obviously it's a skunk, so it has a simple color palette of black and white, but the complementing colors they used for the eyes and the tongue, toes, and ears just work so perfectly. If someone were to ask me what G7 pet they should get, if they were to only get one, it would be this skunk. It is true perfection. I have nothing bad to say about this pet. I want a billion of them right now, and I really hope you guys like it too, because I think this pet is just top tier. Next we have a little brown bear who reminds me a lot of Honeycomb chocolate. Now I'm not holding it currently because I wanted you guys to see this little line down here. He's kind of leaning back. That's because mine's a little wobbly on its feet. It's nothing major, don't get me wrong, but he does lean back a little, so he may be more prone to falling over, but it is a very cute pet. It's actually a redesign of a G2 bear. I'll put a little side-by-side comparison because I do own it. I personally prefer the G2 version, but I do still think this new G7 version is very cute. I think it's a great opportunity for people who don't have the G2 version to get this bear, because it's similar enough to scratch that itch, but if you do own the original, it's also different enough for it to be a little sibling. G7 version is slightly different and it has more of a yellow tone to it, and also the eyes are different as well, having these little teardrops, which I think are very cute. One little thing to note though is that out of all the pets we've opened so far, this one definitely has the most graininess happening in the eyes and even the circle patterns around the eyes. Continuing with the bears, we have this pet triplets bear, and you might notice he has some little shiny marks on his face. I don't actually know what that is. I've tried wiping it off camera, but it honestly just seems like it is dried glue, and you can even see some of it kind of built up on the tongue of this pet. It's a little disappointing seeing it, especially on the face. But other than that, I don't see any issues with him anywhere else, and I really think this is a cute design. Just like our previous bear, this pet triplets bear cub is also pretty heavily inspired by the original Pet Triplets bear cub. The colors are very similar, and that's all I can really think about when I see this new one. But he is still super cute, and just like the previous bear, this could be a great way for somebody who wants the pet triplet design to get one without having to pay the higher G2 prices. He also has the teardrop eyes, but I think you guys can probably see how better printed they are. They're a lot less grainy than the previous one. And if he didn't have that glue on his face, he'd pretty much be perfect. They even painted the inside of his ears and the paws under him. Like, you're never gonna see these little paws details, but it's really cool that they did it. Hopefully I can try and get the glue off in my own time, but other than that, I think he's a super adorable pet. Our next pet is really exciting because I'm pretty sure this is the first lop-eared bunny we are getting in G7. I could be wrong, don't shoot me if I am, but I think it is, and she's really freaking cute. I'm so happy to see this specific mold for the bunny come back. I've been kind of sick of the other molds, so seeing our cute little lop-eared bunny make a return is super exciting for me. And even though she is more colorful, she is really cute. She reminds me of a little Turkish delight with the powdered sugar on top, and just like our Arctic fox, they absolutely nailed the gradient between the white and the pink. They even went ahead and did the gradient on the body, and it looks phenomenal. This is another one of my favorites from this set, and I truly hope that Basic Fun keeps using this bunny mold because there are so many cute possibilities, and it is my much more preferred mold of bunny compared to the previous ones we've seen in G7. I mean, look at her. Just tell me that this isn't cute. You can't. She is adorable. But as amazing as she is, Basic Fun always loves to change their designs, and this bunny is our victim. If you look at the advertisement on Amazon, there is a picture of this bunny in this set where it actually looks different. It has a different design around the eye and a different eye color, and I love this one as well. So please, Basic Fun, if you are seeing this video, please make that bunny as well. They would be the cutest little sisters. But long story short, I love this bunny. I want them to use this mold more. Please, Basic Fun, I am begging you, use this bunny. Thank you. Our 7th pet is this wolf, and unfortunately for me, this pet has the most quality control issues. Looking at him front and center, he has paint chipped off of his nose, just like our Arctic fox, but he also has some red paint transfer from his tongue. This front leg also isn't fully painted, it's kind of like half gradient, and my one's head is also quite loose. Now this isn't a pet breaking quality issue, but it is disappointing to see these mishaps, especially with how amazing all of the other pets' qualities have been, and on such a cool design as well. This wolf's just color choices, palette, everything looks really cool. I think a lot of people are going to love this one, especially because some of the wolves in G7 so far have been lacking a little in design. This pet just matches the whole set's theme, but also just looks really good, like everything works. And he has really pretty diamond eyes. I'm really hoping that I can repaint the nose and clean up the red paint transfer on his mouth, because other than those issues, looking at him, he does look like the best wolf we've gotten so far, and I really hope that the quality issues I've had with mine aren't a common thing, because it would suck for such a popular mold to be the one that has issues. Overall, I love the design, I love the pet, but I am a little disappointed with the quality control, especially on such an expensive set. Our next pet is a deer. Basic Fun's been releasing a lot of them, especially after last year's advent calendar, but for this particular design, I don't mind. The colors are bright, but also with a hint of neutral, and I really like how it turned out. On the box art behind me, the brown on the head is a lot darker, but in person it's more of a light orangish brown, and it blends into the body color a lot better, and I personally prefer that. The whole pattern of the deer isn't new, it's not unique, but I think the colors are. It's probably one of the brightest deers we've seen, but I really like it. There is a little paint kind of scratch on one of the spots on the head, but nothing major. I also really love the eye color they chose for this pet, this kind of minty green with the diamond personality. And if you put him next to our little skunk, all I'm saying is that we have 2 out of the 3 characters from Bambi. So Basic Fun, I'm gonna need you to make a gray bunny so we can have an unofficial Bambi set. Give me Thumper. I think this is a great deer. Again, one of my favorites from G7. A lot of the pets in this set have been molds and designs we may have already seen, but kind of just stepped up another level, and I'm really loving them. Now, even though I've been singing praises for this set, this next pet, our owl, is probably my least favorite out of every single pet in this collector's set. There's nothing wrong with the design per se, I just think it's kind of boring personally. We've seen blue owls before, and this set would have been an amazing opportunity to give us a white snowy owl. I think it would have looked so cool with the other pets in this set, you know, the Arctic fox, the wolf, you know, and then a snow white owl, like holy moly. And then they kind of just dropped the ball and gave us this big forehead beach ball looking at, but in all seriousness, there's nothing wrong with him. Like, he looks fine, and I'm sure there are people who will enjoy him and like him for how he looks, but I just think it was a really big missed opportunity, and I want to see other colors on this pet besides blue. I will say the little green wings are very cute though, and I do like those colors, but other than that, he's like, meh. Next we have a butterfly. If you saw my Pet Boutique unboxing video, you will know that butterflies are back for wave 4, and with this particular design, it is another win for the butterfly girlies. She's got heart eyes, guys, like come on. It's another bright pet, but it's a butterfly, so it works, and the colors they chose work together so nicely. These minty greens, blues, pinky purples, like it's just the perfect little butterfly. And for a pet like this that's very feminine and soft, the heart eyes just work perfectly. I wasn't expecting much because I had my eyes on other pets, but she really holds her own, and I think it's a very pretty and cute pet. If you like butterflies and you're happy they're back, you're gonna love this pet. Our second last pet for this set is a possum with very realistic and cute colors. He also has the little heart personality eye types, and overall I think this is a super adorable possum LPS. Definitely one of the most realistic color palettes for a G7 LPS that we've seen, and I think they nailed it. Like, look at him. I really like the gray they use. It's a very neutral gray, and the different shades of pink are super cute as well. And look at his little tail, his little ratty wormy tail. It's just another solid pet, okay? Another win for the Cozy Campfire set. Also, can we all agree how far we have come since Wave 2? Like, look at the difference, guys. I know we all like to harp on about Basic Fun's color choices and quality control and everything, but I really think just this image here shows how much they are trying to listen and the strides we have taken in such a short time. Apologies to all my purple garbage juice possum lovers out there, but I just think this guy does it better. And it's nice to see this mold have a realistic color palette, you know? So I like him. And our very last pet for the Cozy Campfire Collector set is a turtle. Yeah, I don't really know why this little guy is here. All of the other pets I could definitely see out in the wilderness, especially during the cold, but this guy kind of strikes me as more of a summer animal, and he's just kind of here. I do think he's very cute though. He just feels a tiny bit out of place for me, but I really like his colors. Just like the owl, we've seen this pet before with green or mint colors. But I think this one does it slightly better, so I'm not as mad about it as the owl. He might be a little out of place animal-wise, but color-wise, I'm letting him slide. He has these really cool flower eye shines, but he also has one of the worst paint jobs out of all of the pets on their eyes. Very patchy, wobbly, almost like somebody hand-painted it. I don't know what that's about, because the rest of his paint job is actually really good. I love the colors they used on the shell, and again, it just reminds me of a tropical getaway rather than a frosty camping trip, so he does feel out of place theme-wise, but it is still a really solid LPS. His colors on the packaging are actually quite a lot darker, and comparing it to those package photos, I much prefer the lighter minty color they landed on with this pet. And I also appreciate all the little details in his painting. The tongue, the tips of the toes, the stripes, the little squares on the shell, all of that is individually painted, giving it just a really nice array of colors, not making it boring and cheap looking. And this little guy here is our final pet for this Cozy Campfire Collector's set. So, what's the overall verdict? Well, I think this is, and dare I say, the best collector's set we have gotten so far. The pets, the color choices, and the overall selection that you get is incredible, but is it actually worth the price? It depends how you look at it. If you were to break down the price of this collector's set to one pet and one accessory, they work out to a little over $5 per LPS, which does take you to a total of $65 US, which is what this set is valued at in America. So this set is slightly more expensive than buying 12 individual blind box LPS in the US, but it is an exclusive set, so the price is always going to be slightly higher. However, if you're like me, living in Australia or just anywhere in the world where the exchange rate isn't very good against the US dollar, these pets work out to a little over $9 each for me. And even though our blind boxes are more expensive here, that's still a pretty hefty price to pay. So it really depends how you want to look at it. If you live in the US and you really like these pets' designs, I do think the value is there monetarily and just in my own opinion. But if you live in a country where this set is $100 plus, it may be beneficial to wait. Sometimes Amazon prices will go down over time, and of course there are always sales on Amazon. So if you're someone who is a bit tight on cash or just doesn't want to fork out that kind of money for some new LPS, you can always wait. This is an Amazon exclusive set from everything I've seen, so I highly doubt it is going to be super limited in the quantity they have. so hopefully the price will come down over time. But if you're someone who can't wait, you at least know the kind of price breakdown you're going into. For my personal opinion and what I think, I do think it was a little overpriced living in Australia. I also had to pay a $15 shipping fee on top of the $112 it cost for this set, so it did work out to be very pricey. I think the overall variety was really good, and I love pretty much every single design. The only one that I think could be better is the owl. Everything else is really solid and holds on their own. There were a few disappointing quality issues, like the chipping of the noses on the fox and wolf, and a little bit of glue mishap here and there. And overall, I am still happy with what I got, and like I mentioned before, there were no pet breaking errors that I saw. I would love to hear what you guys think of this set, because like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this set really dropped out of nowhere. No warnings, nothing, just boom, here's 12 LPS and give me your money. I really love it, and I can't wait to see what the other larger sets for Wave 4 are going to look like. Hopefully we get more of a clearer launch and not just a random drop on Amazon, because I would love to actually have some time to prepare to pay for these pets, because they ain't cheap. But that's going to be it for today's video. I hope my review and unboxing was helpful, seeing all the different designs, what their quality was like, and my overall opinion on the pets and their price. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, there will be a link in the description down below if you want to check out this set and maybe purchase it for yourself from Amazon. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, like always, please do not forget to like, comment, and of course subscribe. And I'll see you next time in another new video.